I'm Richard.
I'm Jackie.
And we're Early Retirement Wanderlust.
We are in a winter wonderland. We've been in the lakes for over a week now, and it's been a week of frost. And as you can see, it's just getting heavier and heavier frost every time we get out.
It's minus 4.5 degrees, and we're in our own little Narnia.
Yep.
Morning. Welcome to another wintry day in the Lake District. We're trying to find our way to some Wainwrights that are quite easy to find and close to the main roads, because as you can probably see, the side roads are a bit risky at the moment.
So, we've had 10 days in the Lake District. We've had glorious weather, wall-to-wall sunshine, but with that also came the frost.
And it's been, I think you've probably seen from the videos, it's been a little bit frustrating, but we know that we're really blessed to be in a position that we are. It's an amazing place to be. It's just frustrating that sometimes we can't get to the mountains that we want to get to.
Yeah, we're trying to bag as many Wainwrights as we can while we're up here. We have managed to do a few, but we're picking them off one at a time rather than doing horseshoes and getting into the mountains. But yeah, it's been great so far.
And if we think about it strategically, we'd always have to come and do these mountains sometimes. So when we're based around here, it's probably the best time to do it.
Yeah, we have done some of the more obscure ones that we've had to drive quite a distance to get to because we can only get to them off the main road. So in the middle of all of this, it's been really, really cold and frosty. It was -7 on our last walk. So we decided we'd better fit in a visit to go back and check on our house in the Yorkshire Dales. It has no heating, so it was with trepidation that we went back in case any of the pipes had burst.
Yeah, and it was a lovely feeling going back to the house. You wouldn't believe it, going back to a really cold, semi sort of derelict, pre-renovated house, but it was a lovely feeling going back.
It was, yeah. It was really cute driving up to the little drive going, this is our house.
And it needed to be cute because
it was freezing.
It was freezing, and it was going to be 2.5 hour trip, but it turned into like a 4 hour trip and then 3 hours on the way back. Other advantage, you got to go and see my mum as well, because obviously really worried about older relatives at this time of year, and it was just an ideal opportunity to get down and check that mum was okay, and it was some relief that she was okay. So that was really nice, a nice little break in the middle of the week.
It was a long day, but it was definitely made us feel better to know that we'd checked up on both your mum and the house.
Yeah.
And then we were ready to play again.
And we also had some really good news from the builders. Disappointing news to start with, and then really good. So we got one of the builders' quotes through who was going to price for the whole job and the whole renovation, and it just blew our budget apart at the start of the week, and that really, I don't know, we were in quite a low point there.
Well, it put us on edge thinking, oh my goodness, we're just never going to be able to afford to do the house.
But then the builder that we really, really liked suddenly got in touch and gave us a really good quote, and ironically put us in a panic situation because he was ready to start work at the end of this week, which we couldn't do.
No, and I didn't want to be rushed into something because he was going to knock walls out, and then we'd be left with an even colder, more derelict house until we could actually get kitchen fitters, plumbers and electricians in. So
what we've managed to do is talk him into coming and towards the end of January doing that work, and that's just so exciting, and we didn't realise quite how exciting getting a date for that was.
Yeah, I can see a timeline for it now. We've got the builder coming in to do all the knocking bits out in the end of January, and then hopefully ready for plumbers and electricians to do a few bits, and I'm hoping we can get the kitchen fitted by the end of March.
Yeah, it seems like it's becoming a reality, whereas at the start of the week it very definitely didn't. So we're hoping that we have another good week. We've still got a few more days up in the lakes. Loving every minute of it. Really enjoying being here and being in a centrally heated house.
Still loving being retired.
Yeah.
It's been 5 months this week, actually.
Yeah, and I think one of the things we were just talking about was if this was a holiday, then we'd probably have been quite frustrated with the weather, whereas we've had a change of mindset because it's not a holiday, it's our retirement.
Yeah, so we just wake up, look at the weather, look at the roads and think, right, we did try and get into Wasdale again today, but it's still icy, so we didn't.
So, yeah, there's always something to do, and there's always another day to do that, and I think one of the things we're probably learning over the course of the last 10 days is just to be patient and let things happen.
Yeah.